I don't actually have a topic for this video, but I just wanted to, touch base with you guys because I've got a lot of stuff on my mind. Um, I wanted to talk about being disconnected and trying to find yourself again. I've been going through some major emotional upheaval the past few weeks, and I find it really awesome how a lot of the messages that we receive are from other people. And when you're feeling disconnected, you're at that point in your life where you feel lost and you feel alone and you feel afraid of your own self, not just anything in particular, but just your own inner fears. You just get so wrapped up in your own crap that you don't realize that the messages are still coming through and you don't initially see it at first. But then you reach another point in your development spiritually where you're like, wow, really? How did I not notice that before? Because we're not paying attention. That's basically the bottom line. We're not paying attention to it. And for me, certain issues are more, what's the word? Are more out there for me to deal with, and they're always in my face. And I find it actually very frustrating when I can't seem to focus on just one in particular issue, because it would make more sense to actually just try to focus in on one at a time rather than trying to fix them all at once. I don't think that can actually be done. So the messages are coming through and you have an aha moment, and then you're just like, oh my God, And I've been trying to work through these issues so I don't end up taking anything out on my family, because my family is the most important thing to me next to, the goddess and the gods. And I'm trying to learn how to deal with my emotions, which are all over the place. And, I would like to sit there and blame it on PMS or being premenopausal, but in itself, I don't think that those are really the pre-relevant issues. I think it goes deeper than that. These are things that I've been dealing with practically all of my life. And I want to convey to you that even when we're at our lowest point, the gods, the goddess, and all the powers that be are still there waiting for us to connect with them. So I also want to convey some of the, ways that you can reconnect with yourself, whether it's through taking a walk in nature or, listening to a certain song that always brings you back up, meditating if you need to, just so you can start to try to ground yourself and center and be focused. I actually took the most amazing picture of the sun this morning. I mean, this picture was just outrageously cool to me. And my friend Lisa on Facebook and I were talking about it. And in the picture, I didn't notice it when I looked at it on the phone, but when I initially took the picture, it wasn't there. But now that I posted it on Facebook with a little morning prayer to Father Son, I noticed that there was this little pink blotch with a pink streak, and there was a little round ball in the middle of the blotch. I'm like, I never noticed that before. And the sun was just shining and you could clearly see the outline and it was all very cool. And I'm like, I never noticed that. What is that? Initially, I thought it was a glare from the lens on the camera, which it probably still could be. But she pointed out that Venus and Mars were, in the sky, and I thought it could have been a spacecraft. You never know. And it was just very cool. And I'm like, wouldn't it be great if I had actually captured an image of the god and the goddess at the same time? That was a real reconnect button for me, because it was just so illuminating to see the sun in all its glory captured in one single moment. That was my morning connect. In the morning, I always go outside with my coffee and I sit and I listen to the birds and I think about the many ways that I can connect with spirit and say, thank you for all the blessings that you've given me. Thank you for my life. And it's hard with dealing with the daily stress and, 6 kids in the house and they're all energy is all over the place, and then you're dealing with bills and this and that. When you sit down with yourself and you breathe and you reconnect, you can find yourself again. And it really shouldn't be that hard. Unfortunately, sometimes that it is, and I admit that. But when we sit down and we breathe and we relax, even if it's just for 2 minutes, it can work wonders. So I had my aha moment of the day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Blessed be.